in Chinook Winds, which is on the Oregon coast, this casino. I'm down there, and this guy comes up to me, and I love men because at this age, they don't know they're old. They just think they're in there. You know, they have the confidence. It's just amazing. This guy comes over. He's got his walker. He's got both his hearing aids in. He's wearing some kind of bag. I'm not paying attention. And then he's wearing most of his lunch down the front of him. And he comes over and he puts his arm around me. He goes, I'm going to take you to dinner. I go, okay. Where should we go? Well, can you drive at night? I'm your girl. It's crazy. I'm glad I'm down here, though. I'm glad I had to do this today because I'm getting out of something. I got out of a family vacation. Yeah. I don't have kids that I know of. I should probably tell you that. The 80s are a little hazy. And, I have nieces and nephews that are my heart. I love them very much. They're very sweet people. But let me tell you something. I'm the auntie that everybody remembers did the stupid things on the vacation. You know, that ended up in the hospital or ended up at the ER. You know, this guy, or I hurt one of the kids somehow without, you know. I'm always, and when, no matter how much you get together with your family, if you're that person, that's all they want to talk about. They all, remember that time? You know, yeah, I remember it. I wish you would just not. And so we went to Bend about 20 years ago, and that's where my family is this weekend. They're over in Bend, Oregon. And about 25 years ago, we went over there. The kids were little, and I wanted to be the fun aunt. So they said, we're going to go horseback riding. Okay. Okay. And so I was a good aunt. Everybody got on their horses, and then they brought mine out, and I'm not lying. This should have been pulling a plow and a truck. It was the biggest horse I've ever seen in my life. The Clydesdales look small compared to this horse. And I'm standing there, this is my horse. Okay, this is my horse. And then the genius, the stirrup's up here. The stirrup is right here. And the guy goes, just put your foot up there. And you just bounce a couple times, and you throw your leg over. I'd get my leg up there, I wouldn't be riding a horse. I'd be a trucker's wife. So I turned to this mental genius, and I said, I'm gonna need some help. I am not lying. 6 guys. It took 6 guys. We had 3 on one side pulling and 3 more on the other side pushing and shoving, and that hasn't happened since high school. And high school, did you get it? Anyway, so I had to get on the float. Anyway, so now they got me on this thing. And when I say this is a big horse, this horse has also been eating for about 9 years without moving. It was as wide as it was tall. And I'm not. Sure, I'm not. I got a 3-inch inseam. And so I got on this damn horse, and I go, what do I do with my legs? He goes, just wrap. I can't bend my knees. I look like Barbie Mountain Ken, 1958. Unbelievable. And then one of my nieces thought it'd be funny, so she slapped the back of the horse, and we started to trot. And I went right off the back. I caught an earring in the tail, and I got drugged for like 350 feet, like my tits can rototill. Just, no, I don't want to go on the family vacation. Thank you very much. I I love them though. They keep me young. They try to keep me young. During COVID, they drove me crazy. They were afraid I was going to be lonely, you guys. I've lived alone forever. I go, don't bother me. I got shit to do. This is the same day. Did some different stuff. It's not a problem for me. And they kept calling me up going, are you lonely? No, I'm not lonely. Leave me alone, you know. All of a sudden I start getting emails from YouTube that I'm taking a macrame class. Do you know what macrame is? You tie shit together and hang your dignity from it. I'm telling you. If you have a grandparent they've given up. Do you understand? They've just given up. It's what we used to do with shag carpeting when we were stoned in the 70s. That's good right there. I like that one. That's good. Honest to God, here's the worst one. They signed me up for silver singles. Do y'all know what silver singles is? It's a dating app for old people. Now, they did it during COVID because they knew I wouldn't ever go on a date. So I wouldn't have to see the people. So they thought, I said, first of all, I was so mad. I started getting emails from desperate old gentlemen. And I was reading them and I felt bad because I didn't know if the guy liked me or he just had a tremor and swiped right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that deserves so much more than you gave me on that one. I'm just going to tell you that one. So, yeah, now it's a pretty clap. That's a fun. Anyway, so now and I call my oldest niece. I have 4 nieces, and at this time she was 48. I had 2 46s and a 32. Sounds like a bra drawer, doesn't it? Anyway, so I called my oldest niece and I go, what the hell did you do? She goes, oh, are you getting emails? I go, yeah, what did you think? I said, what picture did you use? She says, Suze, honestly, don't be mad. Don't you want to get married? No, nobody gets married for the first time at 70. No. Not unless there's a verified pension and a diagnosis. You don't get married. You just don't do it. And I said, honey, you get married when you're young, and you have your whole life ahead of you, and you have all these dreams and aspirations, and you have somebody to share all that with, and then you grow old together, and you blame them for the shit you didn't get to do, and that's growing old. That's marriage. I said, at 70, I am not bringing much to the table. Maybe the smell of CBD oil and Altoids. That's pretty much it.